I am internally motivated. I love football as much or more than anyone. It is a huge priority in my life, obviously. I am driven to be the best I can be and to maximize my potential and to win. Max, do you think Lawrence needed to clarify his earlier comments here?
I do, but first let me say, Stephen A., about the last segment we were talking about over-under wins for the Cowboys. I did my calculations based on a 16-game schedule, as was obvious, but they're going to play 17 games. I just want to say I would make the over-under in that case 8.5 for the Cowboys, and I would still take the under. Just wanted to get that out there. Trevor Lawrence. Yes, Trevor Lawrence had to clarify. Look, we in the media ask questions of draft picks, right, of potential draft picks. And what we're really looking for them to do is go off book. And as soon as they go off book, we go, we got something, grist for the mill, and we talk about it. That's why those guys don't go off book. That's why if you want to hear a boring interview, talk to a player who's about to get drafted up high. He's not going to say anything that messes with his draft status. Now, Trevor Lawrence is secure enough that he's going first no matter what, that he's secure enough he can go a little off book and clean it up later. But I think it did need some clarification. Look, if Justin Fields had said that, he'd be a fourth-round pick. Right? Like, all of a sudden, he's in the fourth round. If Trey Lance said it, they may have tried to make him a wideout. Like, who knows? But Trevor Lawrence felt comfortable enough going 1 overall. Everyone knows that, as a presumptive number 1 overall pick, that he can say, look, this is really how I feel about things. Now, I thought he's talking more about process versus result than he doesn't love football. But my eyebrows raised as many did, and we want to know some answers. So, yeah, he had to now clarify that's why he did it. That's why he clarified. It's like, people are questioning my commitment to football. I got to make sure I communicate now exactly how I feel to clean that up. And he did, and I'm satisfied with his explanation, but he needed to do it.
I don't think he did. He certainly didn't need to do it for me. I got exactly what he was saying, and I think that Dan Orlovsky did a great job of coming on the air and articulating what he had seen when he read the entire article. So let's take that into consideration and understand that that's worth something as well. He's driven to be the best. What he doesn't do is walk around with this chip on his shoulder, feeling that he needs to concern himself with others, proving them wrong in terms of the naysayers. That's what he was trying to say. And when you've won a national championship, when you've been in the playoffs all 3 years, you've been in college football, not to mention 2 national title games, I think that it's clear with a 39-3 record that this guy wants to win. And so when I look at it from that perspective, I never overreacted to it. Now, we say if it was Justin Fields, you joked about him being picked in the 4th round. That's a great joke, but it has a lot of truth to it because obviously he would have been judged differently because he's black and playing the quarterback position. And it seems on far too many occasions that when it comes to the black quarterback, they look for an abundance of reasons not to sign them or not to draft them highly, as opposed to just accepting them on face value for what these guys do on the football field and taking them. But Trevor Lawrence is not black. Matter of fact, he's white. And not only is he white, he's 6'6" with a beautiful arm, beautiful skill set, and a winning pedigree. So guess what? He can get away with sitting up there and saying, you know what, I'm good. Everything is all right. I'm not worried about a thing. And he's not going to be judged harshly. There was nothing that was going to change his draft status. There was nothing that was going to make the Jacksonville Jaguar fans, down on him. Wasn't going to make Urban Meyer down on him or anything like that. He had absolutely nothing to worry about because he isn't Justin Fields. He isn't Trey Lance. He isn't Deshaun Watson. He isn't a plethora of these other quarterbacks who happen to be black that have to worry about being stigmatized in such a fashion. Obviously, he's a white individual with exceptional skills. And in this world, that's all you got to worry about.
Well, and he's also not Mac Jones, meaning he's also mobile.
No DUIs.
Yep. And also he is the total package. Like Mac Jones can't say something like that. It doesn't yes, the joke I was making was about black quarterbacks and the way they were treated for years and years and still are in some respects. In terms of draft status, in terms of trying to turn them into other positions so they're not the leaders and not the stars. Warren Moon, you have to go to another country to play football if you wanted to play quarterback and you were African-American. back in the day. So, yes, I was referring to that. But you can be a white quarterback and not be the total package, and comments like that can also hurt your draft status. Not in the case of Trevor Lawrence, which is why Stephen A., it's good that he made the comments. What that shows me is no. Don't get it twisted about me. No, if you have any questions now about my commitment to football, I don't want anyone out there thinking I'm not committed to football. This is what Jacksonville is getting. I'm totally committed. But it did, even if it was misinterpreted by the media at first, it became a big enough story that he obviously wanted to clear it up. And I think that shows good things about his level of commitment to being great and to wanting to put the right foot forward as the face of his franchise, because he's going to be the face of that franchise.
Well, let's be clear. I'm not faulting him for clarifying and providing an explanation. I'm just saying he didn't need to, not in my estimation. I'm not saying that he was wrong for doing it, but he didn't need to. Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming, sports, and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.